Gay marriage means to me, well, to be honest, it means to be equal to everybody else. I mean, I don't go out, every day and look at other people and judge other people by, who they are and what they are. But I know that when I go out, people do judge me for the same reasons. And gay marriage is like, if I can stand up and say, well, actually, I'm married to my partner in the same way you're married to your husband or wife, it kind of puts us on an equal level so that they don't think they're any better than I am. I do.
This isn't just any old protest. This is a gay protest.
Why do people give a shit what other people are doing? If it's not about their lives, why are you against it?
I think what today means to me is actually reinforcement that there's a lot of people who are behind the same thing. And I think the greatest thing about it is that it's a showing of numbers and a showing of support that I think has been lacking for quite a while in Dublin. And so I'm really glad to see so many people turning out. The difference between marriage and civil partnership is that civil partnership is a sort of watered down version of what civil marriage is. And civil marriage is something that would be on an equal footing with man and woman who want to have a civil marriage in a civil registry office. Civil partnership lacks a lot of the rights and chiefly lacks adoption rights, which I think is something that a lot of gay people are looking for and will increasingly look for.
I'm here today to give inequality the red card. Gay marriage means to me that I can be as happy or as unhappy as my parents.
Gay marriage means for me, you look around at everything that's going on at the moment, budget-wise, tax-wise, everything that's going on with the economy, and you go, well, just as James said, if straight people are allowed to lose or keep as much money as they can because they decide to live with who they want, gay people should be able to afford the same rights.
Why am I here today? To show the government that I am not content with being a second-class citizen and that I am not content with civil partnership. I want full civil marriage, much like my brother, my sister and my parents are entitled to.
I think depending on how well today goes, the next step might be if it's taken seriously and if people actually sort of take notice, I think press coverage would be a good thing. I think any moves by politicians to actually bring about stuff based on today should be encouraged, and I think it's important that the protest element is followed up with support if there's actually changes made. So I'd like to see people throwing their support behind politicians to actually sort of speak out for this.
Until my gay friends can get married, it cheapens our marriage, it cheapens heterosexual marriage, and it kind of makes straight marriage meaningless.
It means that I can be the same as everybody else. That when I grow old, I can have my partner with me. I don't need to think about it. It's not something when I introduce my partner, I can say my wife. I don't need to say my partner. I don't need to think of what word I need to use to introduce her to people.
I think it will be a reality. We will eventually have gay marriage. However, when we're going to get it, I don't know. We just have to keep on shouting and shouting and shouting. Eventually, they'll do something about it.